Today, we will learn about the 7 most important divisions on the planet. Let's start. The equator is an imaginary line that divides the Earth in half. The equator is an equal distance between the north and south poles. The weather on the equator is hot all year round. At the equator, day and night are both 12 hours long. Why do you think places at the equator are hot? When the sun shines on the Earth, it sends its warm rays down. Near the equator, it's always sunny is right on top of you. So, it's like being under a super warm and toasty blanket of sunlight all the time. The part of the Earth north of the equator is called the Northern Hemisphere. 80% of the world's population lives in the Northern Hemisphere. 90% of land is in the Northern Hemisphere. The Northern Hemisphere includes all of North America, Europe and most of Asia and Africa. The part of the Earth south of the equator is called the Southern Hemisphere. Only 20% of the world's population lives in the Southern Hemisphere. 90% of the planet's water is in the Southern Hemisphere. The Southern Hemisphere includes all of Australia, Antarctica and most of South America. The Tropic of Cancer is an imaginary line in the Northern Hemisphere. It is also called the Northern Tropic. It is the furthest north you can ever go and still have the sun directly overhead. This happens once a year in June. This day is called the solstice. The Tropic of Capricorn. The Tropic of Capricorn is an imaginary line in the Southern Hemisphere. It is the opposite of the Tropic of Cancer. Similar to the Tropic of Cancer, it is the furthest south you can go and still have the sun directly overhead. This happens once a year in December. This day is also called the solstice. The Tropic of Cancer passes through 16 countries. The Tropic of Capricorn passes through 10 countries. The North Pole is the northernmost point on Earth. There is no land at the North Pole, only ice. The ice is about 3 meters thick. No one owns the North Pole. It is in international waters. In summer, the sun never sets. At the North Pole, no matter which way you point, you will always face south. The South Pole is the southernmost place on Earth. It is located on land topped by more than 2,700 meters of solid ice. The South Pole is much colder than the North Pole. There is a scientific base at the South Pole where between 50 and 200 scientists live and work. The first person to reach the South Pole was also the first official person to reach the North Pole. His name was Roald Amundsen. Thanks for watching video. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Today, we will learn about